Hey guys, I'm here with Gerry, Thurmond, Westgate Music in Sullivan, Missouri. We're here to talk about a fantastic instrument with a sound very unique, all its own. It's the lap steel guitar. Now, I play a little bit of music, I play guitar. I've always been kind of intrigued by this. I mean, you can see you use a slide, you move it around. I have no clue what the pedals do. And I think players use a lot of different tunings. Just give us some history behind this. Gerry, what got you started, and fill us in on how this unique instrument works.
The steel guitar started out as a lap steel.
Okay.
And it's now, this one would be called a pedal steel guitar.
Okay.
But originally started out, it's called a lap steel guitar, and it was just a steel guitar that sat on your lap, and it originated over in Hawaii.
Okay.
And it was probably before World War II.
Gotcha.
When we sent a lot of troops over there, we had over in Honolulu and Pearl Harbor and so forth. Because we had so many people over there from the United States, a lot of their music began to come our direction.
Okay.
And a fellow by the name of Soul Hoopy,
Soul Hoopy.
and I'm going to say 1935, 1940, was playing the Hawaiian lap steel guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And his lap steel guitar sounded something like this.
Very soothing.
Okay. And that's pretty much, and there was no pedals, and it had 6 strings on it. The steel guitar, the pedal steel guitar as we know it, is just a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a baby. The first pedal steel guitar used on a record was in 1952, 53.
Okay.
Okay. The first practical, what I would say practical pedal steel guitar came in the late 50s, early 60s. A fellow by the name of Buddy Emmons, who is probably one of the most famous steel guitar players of all, come up with a standard way of playing the steel guitar with 10 strings with a chromatic tuning. What it amounts to is that with the pedals, you pull the strings.
Oh.
And you can, for instance, you can be in G chord. Press 2 pedals down and it takes you to C. Move up 2 to D, just like the regular scale on music.
Okay.
You know.
So the pedals are just increasing the tension on the strings, pulling it more taut to raise the pitch.
And then they come back.
Okay.
A fellow by the name of Bud Carter, Red Carter around here, he was from Sullivan, Missouri.
All right.
In the late 50s, early 60s, he actually had the patent on the roller system that they have today.
Okay.
That keeps the guitar in tune.
All right.
And every guitar almost every steel guitar that's made today is using his particular patent that he had, and they stay in tune. It used to be that they were so easy to get out of tune.
There's so many strings you don't want to deal with out of tune. Strings
you
with
just
10 strings on a.
You couldn't keep them in tune.
Okay.
So anyway, by the time the 60s got through, we had what you'd call a pretty practical, usable instrument that was being, people could play it and keep it in tune.
Mm-hmm.
By the time the 70s come around, and probably in the 60s, there was probably less than 3,000 or 4,000 steel guitar players in the United States.
Okay.
Probably. By the time the 70s come around, there was probably, they had increased maybe up to 10,000. Mm-hmm. Much more popular instrument. You couldn't hardly cut a country music record that you didn't have steel guitar in it. And that went on and so forth. They're still used a lot today, but they're not as predominant as they used to be. But they're still used, and they're still using the same system as Bud Carter invented back in the late 50s.
Okay.
And but basically, the chromatic tuning is similar to a piano, and you can stay in one place See?
And get a lot done between all the strings with the different notes and then being able to pitch bend those
You
notes.
don't have to move the bar.
Yeah, so,
Okay,
wow.
then on the other hand, if we were on a regular guitar, just a 6-string guitar, and we wanted a G chord, we'd have a G chord there, and then you could get one more up here.
Okay.
But on the steel guitar, because of the pedals, we can go 2. They're all G's, so we
Yeah.
have a whole lot of G's.
Yeah.
Also, we've talked about the pedals, but I have 8 floor pedals
We'll
and
get to
8
chat a little
knee
bit.
levers.
8 what?
8 knee levers.
Oh, I didn't even notice the
Yeah,
knee
8
levers.
knee levers.
Wow,
And
and
they work like this is the E's. One raises, one lowers. One of them lowers.
wow. So when folks are watching you and say, hey, Jerry's getting a wiggle and he's really getting into the music, well, that may be so, but he also might be working the knee levers. I never knew those
I
existed.
also have uppers.
What is this thing?
You can't see. It's an octopus.
It seems that way.
You can't see sometimes of what I'm doing because the knees are moved so slightly. I just used it then, seeing I didn't really move my knee very much.
Yeah, okay. So are those levers standard on most steel guitars? Okay.
Except that the standard steel guitar that you would buy, if you were just buying it, would be probably 8 floors and 4 knees.
Okay.
And supposedly, the better you get, the more knee levers you get. Now that doesn't mean, because I got 8 of them, that doesn't mean that I'm that good. It just means that I've learned to use all 8 knee levers. And so this is called an 8 and 8.
An 8 and 8.
Now there has been a few guys that had 8 and 11. That means 11 knees, and that's a cluster underneath there. Believe me.
Oh man.
But and usually when you have a lot of knee levers and pedals, you also could run into tuning problems. However, this particular steel guitar is made by Bruce Umstead, who is originally from Herman, Missouri,
Wow.
and he lives in Harrisonville, Missouri now.
Okay.
And this is one of the most popular steel guitars out on the market today.
All right.
And he has built a excellent guitar that stays in tune, and lots of people are playing them. And if you watch TV, you'll see a lot of them on TV. This neck here, which used to be a Hawaiian neck, and I'm not saying it ain't still a Hawaiian neck, but now it's used in a lot in Western swing. And you can just play a ton of cards on one of these things.
So let me ask you, how long have you been playing this
Started
instrument?
playing the steel guitar in 1978. I was playing 6-string guitar and really liked playing lead guitar. I was having a good time, and me and my brother. Of course, I had been around Bud Carter and knew a little bit about steel guitar. But me and my brother went to St. Louis one time with Warren Figler, and there was a fellow down there named Curly Chalker playing the steel guitar, and he just blew my mind.
Had to get your hands
Just
on that and give it a
blew
try.
my mind, and I said, I got to play one of them boogers, And so in 1978, I had a knee operation, and I was going to be laid up. Back in them days when you had cartilage removed in your knee, you were out 3 months. You were laid up. So they told me I'd be laid up for 12 weeks. So I thought, what a good time to do this. So I went out and I bought a steel guitar. The first steel guitar I bought, I paid $1,300 for. And my wife Sylvia said, "You best learn how to play that thing."
Yeah, we're not going to let that money go to waste. We're going to get
And I
that
got
going.
home with it and I went,
It's like, stop that racket.
and she said, "You better do something better than that."
Yeah.
But anyway, the thing of it was, I had 3 months to set. I could sit around. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to learn how to play the pedal steel guitar. And at the end of the 3 months, I wasn't a very good steel guitar player, but I did manage to. A few guys wanted to hire me.
So you got the fundamentals down, but you weren't really
just being
sharp
really
on it.
Careful, right? And so then that was in '78, and then of course I don't think you ever quit learning.
You're right. Yeah.
You never quit learning. I'm still learning stuff today, you know. And, most people would probably think that I'm an accomplished steel guitar player, but if I compare myself to people that I know a lot of people that, that a lot better than me. But
you get humbled of being a musician.
But like I said, most people probably figure I'm a pretty accomplished. And in the St. Louis area, there's probably, and that's the other thing, you know, if you're a steel guitar player, you work.
Yeah.
You're busy. The steel guitar instrument is a great instrument to learn. If you learn to play one, you will work.
Guitar players, easy to find. I mean, you can find them anywhere. Yeah, the steel, a little tougher.
I will soon be 69 years old, and I never dreamed back when I was in my 30s that I'd be 69 years old and still be playing as much as I ever played. I'm not sure I'm not playing more than I played back when I was in my 40s.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's
I'm
good.
playing a lot, and it's fun. But it's a pretty good instrument to learn to play, and it is difficult. But it's like everything else. It'll come to you if you sit and practice it. It'll come to you. It's like playing piano or anything else.
Give it some time.
You know, this has been said over and over and over, but I'll repeat it again. This neck over here is called a Kroger neck. You know what the Kroger is? Kroger's a food store.
Yeah.
That's because if you want to put food on the table, this is the neck you're going to play.
So what's different from this neck? Different tunings?
This one over here is the fun neck. You will get some jobs playing this one here, but this one here. It's a fun neck.
Yeah.
It's swing. You play swing with it. You play big band stuff with it.
You make people dance to this one. You make people cry with this one.
In
a good way.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good. And for some reason, they want to cry.
Yeah, but they enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good.
So that's the way we always kind of talked about it. You know, this is the one that'll put food on the table. But then on the other hand, you know. There's a lot to be said about playing the C6 neck. There's some beautiful melodies that's played on it. So, you know, I kind of like them both awful well.
Well, Gerry, that's about all the time we've got for today. Appreciate this fine, in-depth tutorial. You do lessons here, I believe, or if you want to learn more, Gerry's always here at Westgate Music here in Sullivan downtown. They're always willing to help out, get you a guitar, a mandolin, plenty of different instruments here on the walls for you to check out, or if you just need strings, come on by. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Thank you, Travis.